If a call comes over your radio and you're not around to hear it, did it actually happen? Today, we're going to find out by using this Boondock Tango to connect to this Baofeng cheap radio and listen to Australia.
And VK7DPX Mobile, listening on RHT at 7 o'clock.
So this is just a plain old ordinary Baofeng UV-5R. Any radio will do, any receiver will do, technically any audio source will do. You can connect this thing to your television and record TV signals and kind of process them and interpret them if that's something that you want to do. You could listen to the local dump, hear about all the stuff that's going into the bin. That'd be pretty cool. That is what Boondock Tango is all about. This is a little tiny box. Inside of this, I guess we can actually take a look inside, is a ESP32 board. I believe this is called the AIS board or something like that. I actually have one of these boards, and it has this one here has the real-time clock module attached to it, so we will know. You can see that part there was made by Boondock Tech directly. But on the board, there are two microphones, and you can see that these are both removed at this point, so it's not snooping on anything in the room. There is an SD card over here to record your stuff locally. And there are a couple of ports. We're going to use this one for power, and we're going to use this one to connect to our Baofeng. This is one of the weird things about ham radio. I do not understand why they do this. Speaker and microphone. If you look right on the side, it actually says speaker and microphone. Why would they make the 3.5 millimeter plug the microphone plug, when 3.5 millimeter for headphones and speakers and so on has been a standard forever? Thank you, ham radio and Kenwood. So what you need is a 3.5 millimeter to 2.5 millimeter adapter so you can get the speaker sounds out of the radio and into the port. So I'll leave links for all this stuff in the description down below, but that was a real quick gotcha because I had a 3.5 millimeter audio cable and I thought it would be fantastic to plug that in and plug it into the Tango directly, but you can't. You got to use the 2.5 millimeter side, and then the 3.5 millimeter plug goes in there. This thing's got Bluetooth and Wi-Fi built into it, so it'll connect to the computer, it'll connect to your network, and it'll do a whole bunch of magic stuff that way. So one more thing that we need is a USB-A to USB micro, or even a USB-C to USB micro, some way to take power from a power brick and plug it into the Tango itself. And that's it. We've got ourselves an eavesdropping station. Let's go get it set up so we can eavesdrop. Then I'll tell you a little bit more about it. But this is just the setup video. So we're going to do the setup. We're going to prove that it works. And then hopefully you guys are going to subscribe to see all the other interesting stuff this can do. Oh, and if you are a licensed ham radio operator like I am, they have the Boondock Echo, which can actually transmit on your behalf. We'll get into that in the future as well. Plug in the SD card. Plug in the power. This thing sets up its own access point. We're going to use that to get it connected to our network so we can manage it while all being on the same network. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to look at my Wi-Fi settings and see what other networks we have. And you see this Boondock access point. Click on that, and it's going to ask you for a password. The password by default, let's go ahead and hit that show password button, is Boondock Echo, all lowercase. And we hit join. And as you can see, we're now joined to the Boondock access point. From there, we got to open up our favorite web browser and go to 192.168.4.1. That's the default address for when you are on your Boondock Tango access point to access your Boondock Tango or your Echo. And here we go. So it is currently scanning for Wi-Fi networks. We'll wait for it to finish, and it did. And here's all the ones that are around me. I'm going to pick mine, which is Living Mobile. You pick yours. And then it wants to know a password. So I type in the password to my Wi-Fi network, not yours. And then it's going to try and connect. And I don't know what it's going to say if it actually does connect, because then it would be connected there. Looks like it has connected, and I need to copy this MAC address. So you can hit the copy button on the screen here, or you can do the old highlight and then hit the copy command on your keyboard or whatever. I'm just going to hit copy on the screen. I'm going to hit save and reboot. It's going to reboot and then join my network. So I'm going to connect back to my normal network. So we have our dynamic duo here of the Boondock Tango and the Baofeng, and I have another radio here that I'm going to transmit. And I have an AllStar node that is in between these guys here. So this radio to the AllStar node, which is also on the same frequency as the Baofeng is. So I'm going to do KM9G testing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you can see that the Baofeng lit up and received. And then you might have heard the AllStar node come back and give me a little kick. I'm also going to make this do something that it's going to give me an error message.
Macro not found.
So it says macro not found. So now we have 2 recordings that should be on the Tango, if we did this right. And here we are with our recordings page. Check this out. So this is me doing the testing, and I probably keyed down faster than everything happened, and this is probably more of a me problem than anything else.
9G testing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There's my test, and a little bit of the AllStar key at the end, and then here is me giving it the, you're gonna fail this thing. The AllStar node, not the Tango. The Tango passed. Check this out.
Macro not found.
It freaking works. That's awesome. So now I got to put this thing to the test. I am going to set it up to listen to some Australian repeaters overnight on my AllStar node. You can, of course, set this up to listen to your own local repeater or Walmart or whatever else, like the local city bus. Anything that excites you can be recorded and uploaded and transcribed using this device. Let's come back tomorrow morning and see what we got. So I left this thing running all night last night, tuned into some VK repeaters over my AllStar node. So we're going to look at some of this stuff. You can see my AllStar node announces the time every hour on the hour. And about 12 seconds later, it gets decoded. So let's take a look at that.
Good morning. The time is 8 a.m.
And then we've got some repeater IDs. This is my AllStar node IDing itself. And the AI transcription picked it up as a phone ringing. Let's go back earlier in the morning at 4 a.m. You know, I'm usually asleep at 4 a.m. and they are usually awake. So we've got somebody identifying on the repeater that they're listening. Let's see what it sounds like.
And VK7DBX Mobile, listening on RHT at 7 o'clock.
So this is my buddy Hayden's repeater in Hobart area. And I guess RHT is the last 3 letters of the call sign. So it's probably like VK7RHT or something like that. And then beep, 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 beep. That's got to be my ID again. Yes, that's my ID. And here's the tail end of a conversation. Let's go back to the 3rd page, farther back in time, farther back to the beginning of the conversation. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of it. So let's see. This is him calling up on the repeater, see if anybody's around.
VK7XHJ, VK7XHJ, VK7HXT Mobile.
So this is trained on US repeater. So it's doing a really good job of picking up call signs. It's also doing a really good job of getting the Australian accent converted over, because he actually did say XHJ, XHJ, HXT.
VK7XHJ, VK7XHJ, VK7HXT Mobile.
So that might be the HXT repeater that he's talking on, because I have 2 different repeaters, the 2-meter repeater and the 10-meter repeater.
Victor Kilo 7 HXT, Victor Kilo 7 X-Ray Charlie. How you going, Harry?
He could also have been calling for a friend of his on the repeater. So he could be Victor Kilo 7 HXT calling out for XHJ, and HXT got a response from XC, X-Ray Charlie.
Victor Kilo 7 HXT, Victor Kilo 7 X-Ray Charlie. How you going, Harry?
Victor Kilo 7 X-Ray Charlie. Yeah, there it is. You can hear it in the next
one.
one.
VK7 XC, VK7 HXT. Good afternoon, how are you? Yeah, good, thanks, Harry. Just mobile at the moment, driving home into Queenstown. I heard you come on, so I thought I'd say good day. It's been a while.
Cool. So that's exactly what happened. Awesome. And then look at this one.
Yeah, it has been a bit. I've just been up north. I've come back from being up north for a couple of days with the partner, which actually was quite nice. It was quite relaxing, but I've come back to a thumping headache and a blocked sore nose. So
cool. So that's a way to figure out what's going on the other side of the planet overnight while I'm asleep. Ham radio goes on. All right, that's just a quick taste of what this thing can do. I've got a couple more videos planned in the series on the Boondock Tango, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel for when those come out. I know I've got to do one showing you guys how to make sure your audio level settings are set properly, and I've got to do one on doing firmware upgrades and how to unbrick this thing if you happen to brick it during a firmware upgrade, because it's pretty straightforward and resilient. But I know, like me, you might screw this up and you might need somebody to help you figure it out. Hopefully, that'll be me too, after I figure out how to fix it after I screwed it up myself. In the meantime, I've got a video right over here I think you might enjoy next. Thanks for being awesome. I'll see you over there.